everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Randomizers podcast episode. I don't remember again. I may need to look back up at it again, but it's me again, and I am joined by my good internet friends, Tasha, Campbell, Sebastian, and Liz. Say hello, everybody.
Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
Hello, people.
These are the majority of the friends that I have that stream with me and help me out with YouTube stuff and all that. And yeah, this is like the first time this is gonna be an episode with them in it.
We've been planning for ages.
Be gentle with us.
Please don't harm me. And on this podcast, we like to talk about a bunch of random stuff, but we always like to have a topic that we always go back to. And today, I changed up the layout a little bit, so now I could take off this and put on a freaking campfire. Now our main topic is some spooky stories.
Ooh, spooky stories.
Rio stories.
Yep. Better light that candle.
Better, right?
We need to do real spooky stories?
It could just be spooky stories, whether
As
real
long
or
as it's
fake.
spooky, yeah. I don't have anything to read, so I'm just gonna come up with my own experiences.
Yeah, I was going to do the same, but if they had to be real, then I had to change up my story.
Yeah,
no
you're
matter.
good.
and then no matter what, like we can always just talk about anything else random that we're thinking of, like in between. The topic is basically just something we could come back to whenever we want. So
All right.
I will admit I'm playing a game right now, and
Nice.
God
so
damn
I'm going to be doing that a bit.
Okay.
So who would like to start?
If we do in order, you start. You're the host. You should start first,
Yes.
and then we
Yes.
move on. I'm the last.
Okay, well, there was actually one that I was thinking of like for a while that I don't think I actually told you guys that this could either be real or fake, just because I was fucking young when I witnessed this. But there's like this one party. I guess you could call it a party area. I honestly don't know for certain, but like it's just in an open field where it's almost like a farm in a way. I don't truly know. I need to pass by that place again. But someone that was like friends of my parents or something had a birthday party there, and I guess like they had a playground, so I was just playing there, and there's like some other kids there, and for some reason, like later in the night, I just like hear stuff, and like just note to self, there are like a ton of trees everywhere around here, even though this is like right next to an open road. But like I just happened like to hear like weird noises from the trees, and then just like at a random point of the night, I just like look out into the trees and actually see like the lights from everywhere, like where the party's going at, like reflect off of what I assumed were eyes. So I'm just like, what the heck was that? And like someone immediately was just like, it's probably nothing, God. Like I
So
remember.
That's
Yes,
all. That's how
like-
horror movies go.
That's
Exactly. You know what the funny thing is? I actually have a similar story. I don't know if I told you guys. I know I haven't told anything to Campbell, but I don't know. There was a point where we kind of spoiled a little bit of the stories. DJ, Liz, Tasha, we were all there, but a similar story. My parents back in my country, on my dad's side, my aunt used to live like in a way open area by a small woods. The same thing happened. My parents would tell me never to go there, just to be safe, in case we get lost. But they would come up with this story that they would tell us to never go to those woods because there's a lady in white supposedly kidnapped children and crap. I actually believed that story for quite some time. So then I don't know what my age was, but I was still pretty young. And one night, I remember me and my cousin would like just to go out there and play soccer. We could see the woods by the side of the house. We could definitely just see the woods. And my cousin starts pointing something out, and then he starts telling me in Spanish, "Hey, there's something on the woods." So then we look, and then we see this outline. It was like a white outline of something, but turns out I don't know, it was a bit creepy, but that night after that we went to sleep. We were hearing like dogs barking everywhere and howling.
Oh,
And and yeah, my aunt comes in and she tells me, "Oh, there's the lady in the bag or whatever in the woods." So that morning that we woke up,
yes.
um, and the whole neighborhood, a kid actually ended up going missing for a
Oh,
whole week.
oh
Oh,
fuck.
damn.
But I mean, that they found the kid eventually, but he ended up going missing. No, the city was pretty small, so a lot of people, like all the neighbors, knew each other. So they knew what was going on around the whole neighborhood. So it turns out that this kid went missing supposedly that night when we saw the lady or whatever.
What the
But I mean, the
fuck?
kid turned out to be okay. I don't know what happened after that. I never got to talk to the kid, so I don't know what his side is or what he saw or whatever. But I don't know. I just thought it was pretty creepy that happened.
Yeah,
And now that you told me your story, that it was kind of similar.
that's kind of crazy that like throughout all that time he didn't say anything. Why though?
Talk to the kid again, so I don't know what his experience was. I know he saw something or it was just a coincidence and he didn't really get kidnapped by this lady, but I don't know, it's just like everything just played out, the lady at night, the outline, this kid going missing, the dogs barking at night. I don't know, the next thing my aunt talking to the neighbors and finds out that her kid was missing for like 5 days.
Oh shit. That kind
Just
of
found them and crap.
just like quickly reminds me, like every time I go back into my house, when I'm done in my recording space or in my garage, like it's of course late at night the majority of the time. I don't know if it's whether all the dogs hear me just closing and locking up the door, but like a lot of the times I just hear all the dogs like near around the neighborhood just bark nonstop, and I'm just like, is that me or is that something else that's causing them to bark?
Right.
Hopefully it's you.
Yeah,
Slamming the door too hard.
I know. My noise. I mean, my door makes a lot of noise whenever I open it or close it. It's just ugh.
Yeah. Who else, come on, raise hands.
All right, well, I can do mine.
Raise your hands
Go.
that we can't see.
All right. So this was, I want to say, summer vacation. It was down at Myrtle Beach. There with my families, my mom, and my brother's kids, his 3 daughters. So yeah, I'm having a dream. In the dream, I'm by the ocean. So I'm just standing on the beach looking at the ocean. And my oldest one, or my oldest niece, I should say. Shut up, phone. Well, she's just going out in the ocean. I'm like, hey, no, that's because the tide's pretty high, and
Yeah.
but she eventually gets just swept up when I run out into the ocean because I'm freaking out. My niece is just getting sucked away.
A giant water fist came out and grabbed her.
Well, eventually I woke up because that's a horrifying thing to see.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I immediately find where my niece is, and I just hug her. That's the end of that story.
Yeah, that's a pretty actually, I mean, creepy, especially when you get a family member involved like that.
Yeah. Anything around those circumstances, just God, that's gotta like sink your stomach.
Yeah, you just don't want anything bad to happen to them.
Apology. I had Doomfish in mind, just grabbing someone up.
Jesus.
Doomfist.
Oh,
Doomfish.
Yeah, with his Doomfish.
Doomfish.
Yeah, he
Fishes.
just comes out of the water, grabbing people.
Oh, that's,
Just
I
grabs
would think do that.
just grabs the niece, and then like when you go over to like run after them, you just see like Doomfish just poke out his head, and you actually hear him like, "Try me." Oh man.
What was next?
Yes. anyone else have any good stories or anything else y'all want to talk about?
Boy, you in for a treat.
Oh,
No cut off, don't cut off, don't cut off.
how many calories is this
No.
treat?
Yeah, it's gotta stay within like 2,000.
It's pretty huge
Oh boy.
Wow.
because
Damn.
it's actually a true story.
Oh,
Ooh.
let's get into it then.
You remember the talk about the doppelganger with the
Yes.
teacher lady?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had a similar experience. It wasn't with a teacher, it was with myself.
Crap.
Oh.
Oh.
It was 4 years ago, nearly 5 now. You guys all know what happened to me once. Trust one. You shouldn't have.
Oh no, she.
Well, that's cutting off.
Yeah, she's cutting out again.
No.
And am I cutting off?
A little bit.
I think it's just like when you start softening your voice, like,
You're gonna
I
have to
don't.
wait.
I'm fucking loud.
God damn.
Well, I try to speak near my mic. Better.
Get that mic close.
You might have to get out of the bathroom.
I can't.
You got an EMP on that too.
I can't because Dennis is playing the better, and I can't just walk in there like, hello.
Damn. All right.
It is I, the annoying cunt again.
Oh. But now you
Well, so
sound.
far, it
Can't
sounds good.
do
I mean,
Yeah,
it
now you
sounds good.
sound
Not
good.
cutting out.
Okay, good. So let me try again.
Go.
So nearly 5 years ago, I had this crazy experience. It
Oh,
was the evening before the shite happened, where I got stabbed. Just
Okay.
face the facts, because it's part of this. It's it was the evening before, and we were all out, sat on a bridge, drinking and just talking, having fun like friends should have, you know. And it was night, and the streets were empty. We lived in a very tiny village at that time. And right around the corner, I see a girl dressed in, I don't know what to call it. It was like when you go to the hospital and you get one of these robes.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
a nightgown type of thing.
Yeah,
Oh, don't want to see your butt
one
naked.
of those. No, it was naked. And it had black hair, and they were all crusty looking.
Ooh.
Well, it looked nearly like mud, or it could have been really dark blood. I don't know for sure because it was a bit far away, but my best friend to that time spotted it too. So we were like, what the fuck is this? We were a bit spooked by that. It just stood there, so it wasn't feeling like it was harmful. So the next time it was spotted was not by me, but was by my best friend to that time. She went walking around when I was talking to the supposed friend who stabbed me. And it must have been right when it happened that she spotted this thing again, and it looked all bloodied up. It had some slashes in the gown, and it mourned. It was crying, weeping. I don't know. It sounded just really disturbing when she told me.
Shit.
And the thing looked exactly like me. We think to this day that it was a doppelganger that I made unconsciously to warn my.
Oh, so you have
Yeah.
that because he told us that that teacher had that ability to do that.
Yeah, and she didn't know about
Yeah.
it. Or like she was unaware.
When if I could do those, I would utilize them, but it was probably just like feeling deep inside your guts to warn me, or I don't know. It's still a bit creepy because I hadn't thought about it for a long, long time. You don't like to about the
Oh, no,
Oh.
Wait,
yeah,
whoop, it cut out.
yeah.
No, I had to run. Why?
I know you were good for so long.
Right.
Damn, that was prematurely cut off.
Jesus.
Just like that.
Fuck.
Like as you say that, it actually prematurely cuts off.
No.
This is a PG podcast.
Oh
Sorry,
God, no!
sorry.
If you've seen some of my
We
other,
cut-
if you've seen some of my other co-hosts, they are not PG whatsoever.
I try to.
It's
Oh,
quite
my
alright.
face is all red.
Red.
Sweating.
All right, Tasha, what you got?
Huh?
Mm.
Tasha had probably a scary story as any horror game that she ever attended. As any streamers who joined in on there. Like, "Ah!"
You know. Well, the only like scary story I have is the one that I told DJ and Liz before, so you guys already know.
Just tell
But
Campbell
when
because no one knows.
yeah, so I'm gonna still
Yeah.
tell it, because Campbell doesn't know too. So when I was a little girl, my parents, they bought this antique sort of like Chinese dragon,
Ooh.
and I remember being a little girl and I thought it was like really pretty. I was scared of it, but yet I fell in love with it, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
can-
It's just I had this weird attraction to it, and I remember bad things would constantly happen after we got that thing. Like my parents would constantly fight, and they would constantly be struggling with money, and it just
Wow.
was bad. Like life was pretty bad at that point. And one day my parents were lying in bed, and my mom just looked at my dad and she was like, I think everything bad that's been happening is caused by that dragon. And my dad was like, I'm thinking the same thing too. And so they were like, we should just get rid of it. So what my dad did was he tried to break it with a hammer, and it would not break. And this thing was glass. It would not shatter.
Ooh.
It would not like do anything.
What the fuck?
So I remember being like really sad when they said we got to get rid of the dragon. I was like, but I really like it. Like I had this really strange attachment to it. Like I would just be a little girl walking by it and just staring at it for like hours. And eventually, in order to get rid of it, they had to call like our pastor. And we were like, okay, so
Yeah.
we're like, listen, we can't break this thing and we don't know what to do with it. And so I'm not sure what exactly he did with it, but I know he took it. He just took it from my parents and he was like, I'll get rid of it. I don't know. So yeah, that's the story of how we had a cursed object.
Yeah,
And I was
so
really
crazy.
sad.
I-
Everyone was really
I
sad.
almost feel like he's just like that pasture is just like, wow, this is an expensive item.
Right.
All I had to do is just sell it, and all this problem would have gone away.
We
That
must
explains why he has a nice Mercedes.
It's
we
a
must-
nice Mercedes,
we must
so.
conceal this porcelain dragon into a
No,
glass
I believe
case.
he actually like prayed over it or put some holy water, and he was able to smash it by doing that. I
Oh,
believe.
Nice.
I'm just thinking
No,
of
that
just
reminds
like
me of objects. That's why you never buy old stuff like that.
right.
But before I move in with Tosh, it's like I'm talking about like years ago. I remember this lady's husband, our neighbor, ended up passing away. All of a sudden, he just passed away, and the wife, she was just selling stuff out. My mom ended up buying the couch.
Also, it was a cursed couch.
Oh
Yes.
God.
No. This thing though, that couch was comfortable.
Oh,
course, the couch.
All
It was-
cursed objects are like
No,
the
let me tell
best.
you, that thing, if you fall asleep on that, no, if you just lay on that couch and close your eyes, you'll fall asleep like within seconds. It was really, really comfortable. Anyway,
I
so
miss my old couch.
weird looking couch from this older lady, and couch, we just started getting feelings, someone being in the living room, and we would hear like knocks. It's just the house cracking because during the summer it gets hot and the house start cracking, but
Yeah.
not sound like cracking. It sounded like someone was literally knocking the walls.
Oh shit.
Every time I would want to go to the bathroom, I would have to go across the freaking living room. And for some strange reason, I would always get the feeling that someone was sitting on that couch.
Oh.
Every single
God.
time.
Every
And-
time you sat on it, you were sitting on someone.
Right?
It's like
And I
it's like you just go up to the couch. It's like, whose butt indent is this?
No, but I remember telling my parents if they felt the same way. I remember one time we were just having lunch and I told my mom, hey, I always get this strange feeling at night that I feel like every time I pass by it or pass by the living room, I just sense that someone's in there, especially sitting on that couch. And I got this image in my mind of this older guy, for some reason, sitting down like straight.
Oh.
I don't know why. I would always get that sense of, Jesus, I don't know, can't explain it. So,
Well, I'd be pissed too if someone would sit in my face all the time.
Right. yeah, man. But the thing is that even if, let's say, it was the lady's husband, he wouldn't do anything. You just sense that someone is there. Really felt scared. You just had the feeling that someone was watching you. I felt that for a few months, maybe like 4 or 5 months, can't remember. And we ended up throwing the couch away because I got really old fast.
Hmm.
Since that, we never felt that ever again.
Huh.
Husband, I don't know.
Maybe
We got a
I
free
had-
free ghost.
Free couch, free ghost.
Maybe
Yeah,
he
but
had
then-
an emotional bond to the. That's why he stayed
Like
there.
couch too much. All the
Yeah, that's where they conceived their first child.
that's why it was so comfy.
Oh,
We made
Yeah,
babies
that
on this couch.
Right? Yeah, I never had that feeling ever again. And it just
God, I kind of remembered something that it's not even like paranormal in a way. I just wanted to tell it just because it's like a weird feeling. Like back when I was younger again, I was like at the mall with my family, and back when this one store next to this corn dog place that I used to go to, like it used to be like I think it was like a Spencer's or something. I'm not too keen on remembering what it was before, but like I don't know. Goddamn phone. Freaking. I was just like waiting there for my corn dog, and I just like look over at the entrance of that store, and like I know for a fact though that this was just like a normal dude, but I don't know why. Like I guess he's just doing this for the shits and giggles. Like he's in one of those like all black cloaks that like cover everything, like where there's even a hood and stuff, but like even the hood towards the face, it's covering the face, and all you see is just like two red lights that indicate like friggin' eyes. And I'm just like looking, I'm like, oh, that looks cool, and then like he just like stops like abruptly and just like turns slowly at me, and then
Oh,
I just like
jeez.
freak the fuck. I'm like, no. No. I just want my corn dog.
hey, not a corn dog.
Just let me get the corn dog before you kill me, please.
Right?
I don't want to die hungry.
I got one. It's not paranormal either, but it's a bit weird. I mean, it could be. I mean, who knows? But anyway, about 3 hours away from Tasha, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how I used to leave my house like at 3 in the morning sometimes? I know I
Yeah.
did it sometimes. Okay, so it was one of those, I guess, mornings and this is during the winter. Okay, so I'm driving I'm inside the car, all suit up. You know, I got my jacket, double jackets. I got my long sleeve, my pants, and so I'm stopping on the light. And I'm just waiting. And next thing I know, I see this old lady running. She looked like about 60.
Oh.
And she was running past the
Old
light.
people running is creepy, isn't it? Oh,
Old people are creepy in general.
He was
Just
like
like
wearing like a extremely thin and no shoe
an extremely thin what? Sorry, you're cutting off too sometimes.
and a pair of shorts. I remember the shirt was yellow and the shorts were like, I don't know, black. It was dark. Couldn't really tell the color, but it was black, I want to say. But dude, she had no shoes.
What the fuck?
And it was freaking cold. And it's 3 in the morning, and this lady, she's running past the light. And I'm like, what the hell is happening, dude? I'm like, this lady.
What
Hey,
the
I don't know.
fuck?
It's so weird, dude. Seeing this old lady just running, like, pretty much running past the light at 3 a.m. when it's like less than 60 degrees out there. It's so cold. That was freaking weird.
What
And
the
I've
fuck?
never seen that in my life. That's why it tripped me out.
You.
Oh no, the granny is coming. Hide your cheek. Hide your cheek.
Oh god. Wait,
She must be a really, I don't know, agile woman. She likes to be active because who goes out at 3 in the morning running like that?
you know that,
Apparently, that old woman.
right?
Yeah, she must have a good balance.
You know that actually reminds me though. Like, have you guys ever seen that video of like these two people just driving down the road, and they just see some guy like walking along the sidewalk? It's kind of hard to tell like what it is per se, but like since it's dark, it's nighttime, and these guys are just having a goof, you know. They're but like as they're driving, like the dude's still recording, and then he looks back, and then he sees the dude that they saw on the sidewalk just fucking sprint towards them, and as they're driving, no less. Like if that, like, have you guys seen that video?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I gotta find it. Well, like here's actually a thing that we could do here on the podcast. If there's anything we want to show or present, whether it be on YouTube or what have you, I have a display capture that I could put onto the podcast just in case. But I want to find that and send that to you guys, because the creepy thing about it is when people see it, people have been saying that like it can either just be like a normal dude, but like for some reason when people see clearly, it kind of appears that like he's naked in a way, because like people or something or other, because people are saying that they are not seeing like outlines of clothes, but in a way he
Well, there are
kinda
a
is
thing
wearing
called
clothes.
naked suits.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
sexy.
Well, let me just put naked man wear naked man wear like running after car, maybe. Like
That's supposed to
Oh,
be like
God,
a scary video, or is it just like random like
no,
weird video?
it's supposed to be scary, because once these guys look back at him, they're like shocked that he's running after their car, and like I think it's just like camera glare, but like his eyes were like a weird tint, which is really weird. Wait. Oh, I found it. Wait, hold on. Let me put on the display. And oops, oh, I forgot to do that. My bad. Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless
No.
you.
Bless you.
That's another scary story.
Sneezing. Oh,
The scariest of them all.
God, I'm
All right,
so
no, wait.
frightened.
DJ, keep finding your video. Now that we're talking about videos, me and Tasha are hella weird. For some
Oh.
reason, we always watch videos.
Yes.
Do anyone else watch Japanese ghost videos, or are we the only ones?
Okay,
Oh, no,
Japanese
I
ghost videos.
was
okay.
going to bring that one up.
Here, wait. There's the video. I found it.
There's a lot.
Found it.
Yeah, like this is it. This is the one, and I'm gonna play it for the people too, like to watch, just because. Oh my god, this.
That's one of the reasons why I want to go to Japan, because I want to find a ghost, but at the same time, I don't want to find a ghost.
Because you can only find ghosts in Japan.
Right?
Hey,
Yeah,
they're
that is
active
true.
over there. They're active.
The good ghosts are in Japan. If you want to die by a ghost, you gotta go to Japan.
And you get the teke. What's the other one? The slit mouth women or whatever.
Oh yeah.
All right,
You
what
run
was-
him.
Bruh, no, nigga, because we run up on
Wait, are you guys watching it? Because I'm just putting on the capture.
I'm
Get
about
the-
to watch right
Yeah,
now.
I will
Turn all the way around. Turn all the
click
way
it.
around. He's right there. He's
Thank
right
you.
there. He's right there. Turn all the way around. Get that nigga. He's right there. He's right there. Turn all the way around.
I actually
Oh,
haven't
dude,
seen
I
like
think
the.
Right on my face, bro.
I think I've
thing.
seen it.
Wait, have we seen this on one of the videos that we've watched?
The countdowns, top 5 or whatever. But I think I've seen it.
I think it is.
Oh my god, he is naked. Dang, he is going fast.
That's freaking weird though.
How you roll window down?
Oh, possibly it could be a guy on drugs.
Yeah, that's what people are also speculating, that it could just be like some dude that's like high as fuck, and he's just like chasing after these people.
I mean, they pretty much interacted with him, so it's putting them on themselves.
Right? If I saw that, like, there is no way. I would just be like, all right, guys, we're gonna go drive in another direction.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Just
go
like-
run this man over, all right?
When the clowns wear a thing, I'm not stopping there. I'm like, dude, you're getting,
Yeah.
I like the
you're
plan is to run him over.
Yeah, no, at
Yeah,
the very end, that's what I was talking about. Where like the eyes like just are a weird tint because of the like the lighting glare.
They make it seem like he's weird, possessed.
He's a possessed man.
Man. But
Um,
those Japanese ghost videos, man.
Oh
they're
yeah,
just so much. And there's a lot of them too.
yeah, but you know though, it's hard to tell which ones are real and fake. You
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
If they're fake, they make them really good.
Yeah, like okay, wait. Here's two examples of ones that I believe are real and fake. Like one is real and one is fake. The real one is, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it, where it's like a taxi driver, and like he's like on the dash cam, it sees that he's about to pick someone up, but then when he sees like the freaking door opens but no one gets in. That one I could kind of see being real, but like at the same time, there's always like ways to find out. But stuff
I
like
mean,
stuff.
you can tell that they're hella fake because I don't know. There's sometimes when they, I guess, sweep the camera and on a hole, and they put the ghost, but sometimes the ghost just, you can see that it just doesn't fit. It
Yeah,
just looks weird.
yeah. Like the example of one that I know that is true, like that. I mean, that is truly fake. Is that if you guys have seen it, it's like these two guys, and I believe this is like another Japanese one where it's these two guys. They're just like in one of the guys' room. One of them's, I believe, playing a guitar, and at one moment, like the lights just flicker on and off. But like on one of the flickers, you see someone in a black cloak in the corner of the room, and then after that it's gone. But I could tell that one's fake because when you slow it down, the position that the dude is that's in front of the camera, he's in another position once the cloaked man is in the corner, and then like once it goes back to normal, he's in the original position before the lights went out. So I'm like, that's no,
Yeah,
that's not.
fake.
Yeah. You gotta look at these things sometimes.
You gotta pay
The one
attention.
Japanese video I was thinking of, they're like exploring an abandoned school, right? And then all of a sudden, these hands just come shooting out from the walls.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's clearly fake, but it's also it's really good.
Yeah, people always do good jobs with stuff like that, but they're the ones that you can obviously tell that are fake. But there's one that I wanted to know, like, here's one of example that I actually think is real. Have you guys seen that one of like these kids that are exploring like an abandoned high school or something? I forgot it was either in Thailand or Korea. I forgot. But when one of them is just like points the camera down like this one empty classroom where he like just walks in just for a little bit, you see just like a headless shadow figure walking towards him, and he doesn't notice.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
first.
they don't react, and it just walks straight into the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah, that one's fucking crazy.
There's this video that I saw, and I only seen it once, and I cannot find it for the life of me. It's this Japanese ghost video. It's this guy walking on an empty street at night, right? No, and then he starts looking around because he's hearing like footsteps and crap. And I mean, I don't know if it's real or fake, but it's pretty creepy. And then the guy ends up leaving the tunnel, and then he keeps looking around because he feels that he's being chased. He looks back, and then he goes, like, turns the camera again, and this woman just comes out running, but the noise that she makes, it's scary, and I wasn't expecting it. Okay.
Oh, dude,
He
now,
freaks out and starts shaking the camera everywhere.
now I
But
want to see that one.
the noise is like kind of like something like that. Something
Oh my
weird like
goodness.
that. It's weird, but I wasn't expecting that crap. So the guy looks back at the tunnel, and then he looks back, and you just see the woman just running towards him, making a weird noise like something like that. And then the guy freaks out and starts shaking the camera everywhere and running.
Dude, I want to see
But
that
I can't
one now.
find that video anymore.
I'm tired of ghosts. I want a sci-fi story, which is going to be a true story from me.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Where's Liz at? Is she awake?
Oh.
I'm here.
All right, wait. Liz, she has to say something. Come on, say something.
All right.
Come on.
I don't need to come up with.
I mean, well, say, just tell the story you have, or yeah,
Or you just have anything to talk about?
yeah.
This is one that actually no one knows about. Never spoke about it. The only person alive to know about it. Feel happy? I'm sharing.
Ooh, yay.
Hey.
Okay, so since I was small, I think that someone sitting bed, like even when I don't have a bed, I feel like always at the end of bed or couch or whatever there's something sitting down. I feel the pressure, and I always the cat. It's never the.
Oh no.
It bugs me because it happened like how old? I think I was 4 when
You still keep cutting off.
Yeah.
fuck you connection. Fuck you. Sorry.
It's
All
okay.
good.
Like I previously said and no one heard. I think it started when I was 4. I always felt that someone was sitting bad. Always, like every night. I try to not give it attention. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it fucking wants. Never harm. It's there. Simply there.
Shit.
And
That's just.
my mom had similar.
Is that a spooky part? That was scary.
And my mom had a similar thing going on where she was in her uni. She would wake up at night, a dude standing in her room, and it was just like a girl's uni, like no boys allowed. So the fuck, there was a dude in the middle of her room, and
Fuck.
he always looked at his arm like he was waiting for something, like he was looking at his watch or.
What time is it?
Whew.
And he would always stay at the end of her bed and sometimes sit down there. And my mom did a bit of research, and before there was the campus, the street, and that was a bus stop where stood. So this ghost practically waits for the bus, and still does.
Huh.
I find it kind of funny. Imagine you died, and the only thing you do after death is back as ghost, only to wait for the fucking.
Right.
Right.
It's kind of like how Robot Chicken betrays ghosts sometimes, where
Yeah,
the
we're
dude
not
just
all assholes.
yeah. We're, oh, thanks, Campbell. Like the dude just gets all scared for no reason, and the ghost is just staring at him like nonchalantly. What do you want? He's just looking at him, just like not even scary or anything. And yeah, just what, like we're all supposed to be assholes?
All right, Campbell, what was your story?
All right.
The
So,
sci-fi.
my true story in the sci-fi field. My brother and I used to camp out in our backyard. It wasn't like a foresty backyard. It was just a regular old suburban backyard, but it had a great hill, which was great for winter.
All right.
So anyway, one night, summer, he and I camping. Suddenly, there's like a bright ass light outside, and like we knew there's like a one of those head street lights that would hang low, but this was just like way up in the sky.
Yeah.
And it wasn't how seeing normal plane lights. It was not a normal plane light. This is almost like a spotlight was put up there, and it's casting down. So my brother and I just stood there for a second. Says to me, Matt. Yeah. By the way, I'm Matt. If my real name. Surprise!
It's a lie.
It's not a lie. I go by many names. I just prefer Cambel.
Okay, Satan.
I say, yeah, Mike? He's like, we should go. And so we darted for our house.
That's fucking crazy.
It was Alien. I'm calling it.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah. Yeah, it was straight up a UFO. I mean, by definition, yeah, it was an unidentified flying object. So I saw a UFO.
Wow. Like, that actually kind of reminds me something like that. Well, not even like similar, but like something UFO-ish was something that me and my dad witnessed. Because my dad was just like out in the backyard at night, and I just went up to talk to him. And for some reason, like we look up into the sky, and this is the weird thing though. I don't know, like, if this is just planes or something, because, and well, who knows? But like the lights we saw from this, like we just see one. We just see what we thought was a plane just flying in the sky. Like no big deal. We see like the red flashy light and all that. But I guess it was just like a little bit more high up in the sky than normal. And then at one moment I just noticed like another one like show up. Like it just shows up out of nowhere, like just flying. They're all flying slowly too. They're like how a normal plane would. And then after that, another one just shows up. And then like another one, and they're all coming out of like different directions. And then we're just thinking like, okay, normal flight patterns for planes wouldn't be like this. Like we don't know what the heck happened, but the lights, they almost looked clearly like planes for some reason.
Maybe a military flight.
Maybe, but there were a lot of them. I don't know why it was like that. They were all
You live by
so close.
Area 51, no?
No.
No, never mind. I'm getting mixed up. But never mind. I was thinking about something else.
I think you're thinking of Roswell.
Yeah.
I mean, I where the city that I live, is close, like to New Mexico, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why. Like, we're just like, no, that was funky. All right, let's just go back.
It
inside.
was. One. Except Campbell, you guys know that I had my cousin that ended up passing out. Well, let me go a little bit back on the story. He ended up going missing for a few, I think, months.
The same guy?
Who?
The missing kid and your cousin?
No, this is different. This is like, when did this happen? I want to say last year, I think, or is it gonna be 2 years? Can't remember. In the U.S. when this happened. So my cousin ended up going missing. they found them. Sadly, not in a good condition. They
Oh,
found them. Yeah.
I
So
thought you were going to stop at sadly they found him.
no. No. Anyway, yeah, he ended up passing away, and they found him in a river.
Oh shit.
I remember me and my dad, my aunt, she was going through a lot. You know, she just lost her son, so my mom wanted to keep her busy, so they ended up staying at another friend's house. It was just me and my dad in my aunt's house, and I remember that night I woke up and I was hearing footsteps in the house, but it was like wet footsteps. It's like someone's walking barefooted, but anyway. So then I open my eyes and I'm hearing it, right? I'm hearing this person going back, and we were sleeping in the living room. So I was on one couch, my dad was on the other. Someone just walking. We hear it go same door, and then we hear it go walk past the living room and then go through the hallway, and it sounds like it ends up on my cousin's room. My eyes open, I'm like, am I really hearing this? So then all of a sudden I hear my dad saying, did you hear that too? And I was like, okay, at least I'm not the only one hearing the footsteps. That yeah, I believe, I mean, that was my cousin actually coming back into the house.
Wow.
But I don't feel scared or anything. I was just feeling like, oh, you know, he's there, goodbye or whatever. But I don't know, I just thought it was nice, I guess, that he came back just to say hi. Not hi, but I mean goodbye.
Oh.
Oh.
Never had like a family. Well, my cousin was really close to me. It was one of the closest cousins I had. So I think he really did come back just to say, hey, you know what, guys, I'm to go after this.
It's your boy.
Well,
The fact that I wasn't the only one. I'm sorry, Liz. Sorry to interrupt.
no,
What were you gonna say?
if he went missing for so long and came home, maybe because they found him, he found way back.
Cutting off again.
Sorry, Liz, you cut off. You said something about finding him and what else?
Yeah.
When they found him, maybe he then finally found his way back home because he couldn't do that earlier because he was missing. Maybe
Yeah,
he
and
didn't
yeah,
know.
and that's the thing. He went missing because he went down to a Christmas party. He went missing coming back home.
What the fuck?
And I guess he finally found his place now. And
Yeah.
yeah, but like the whole, like even talking about his disappearance, it was all a mystery because there were a lot of lies, like a lot of people lied and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah, it was just weird.
That's crazy. You know, like now I'm just remembering myself of like time. There's like this one time where I think I told you guys already before, but there was like one time when I was younger, I'm just walking in the kitchen, and just like out of nowhere, I just hear like a faint whisper, like say hey, and then I just fucking like bolt out of there for some reason. Like I don't know what the hell it is. Like there's nothing like paranormal about like my house or where I live. Like there's no background at all. Like this house is one that my parents like made for, like there was nothing here. And like I don't know. Like
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
there's always like that thought in my mind like maybe there's just like a ghost somewhere that just likes to that just likes to watch me, I guess. And it just attempted to communicate with me once and saw that I got scared and just doesn't want to talk to me anymore.
Well, you know, the world is plastic. Honest, I mean, the world has been around for so long. We live on.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's, like there's a lot of like
Speaking of
content.
corpses, that
Fine.
happened pretty recently here. very
and-
where
Cutting off again. Sorry.
fuck.
Every time you cuss, it's perfectly clean. We can
I know
hear you clean.
it's like
I
whenever
know.
Clear, I mean, clear.
it's so weird. Like that happened once when I called her once, and the same thing was happening, and every time I acknowledged it, just like with now, whenever we're acknowledging that happening and she speaks again, it's normal.
It's doing it
The
on
ghost
purpose.
doesn't want me to communicate.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, no, don't tell stories. No, no, no.
The
No, no,
ghost.
no. Don't tell him about us, please. No.
We had a special relationship.
So the thing I wanted to tell you, because it's really pretty recent. It just happened a few days ago. There was a dude that made his front yard, I think it was. I don't know. And they found a skeleton in the ground that came out of nowhere because people have built stuff there previously, so nobody knows from where it comes.
Oh, that's weird.
Wow.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Imagine,
Yes.
Tasha, we find something like that.
Well, could you
It's-
imagine the people that find like dead bodies, like skeletons, in their basements and stuff like
Oh,
that?
Jesus.
Yeah.
It
Ew.
sucks for them.
Right?
Scarred for life.
Right?
Real.
Talk
Shit.
about moving out.
Let me
Fuck
ask
that
Campbell a
shit, I'm
question, because I think I already asked
Alright.
you guys. Well, I know I already asked you guys, but as a kid, have you ever had dreams with an entity
With the
or
what?
anything?
Yes.
Wait, with the what?
Type of
Right.
entity. Like, it could be
Oh.
an animal, person, just whatever. I don't know, anything.
Not that I can recall.
Wait, what are you asking? If we had dreams with like dead people?
Oh, anything. It could be a person, it could be an animal, whatever. Anything that just
Yeah.
kept popping into your dreams over and over for like quite some time.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Right, well, let me tell my story and then if you guys want
Alright.
to share it. So, as a kid, every time I had a fever, I would dream with this black outline of a person. Really freaking terrified of this thing. Because he would go to my bed and start shaking the crap out of it. So even it was I did not want to go to bed. Every time I had a fever. I remember I've been wanting to sleep with my parents. And the weird thing is, this thing would only come when I slept alone.
Huh.
With my parents, this thing would never show up in my dreams. That's why when I was a kid, dude, I hated it having freaking dreams because this guy always would pop up. And this thing followed me for quite a long time.
Dream pedophile.
Bro. No, like, yeah, I was terrified. I knew once I had a fever, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go to sleep alone because show up. And the times that I did, I was right. The guy just came into my dreams, and he would just come in and just find any way to freaking terrify me.
Hmm.
Older I got, I don't know if it was like a ghost or whatever, but I guess I decided just to leave me alone or
Huh.
whatever. But that happened.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. That was actually one thing that I was gonna ask, like you guys, whoever has like pets, do like with that whole trope of like they can like hear and see things that we can't. Like, has that ever happened with you guys?
You know, it actually hasn't happened with my animals, and I got a lot of kitty cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was gonna say that, like I guess that kind of goes along with the one that I was saying prior. That like I guess there's just like some random ghost that's just watching me or something, because there would be like those random times where my dog, like I only have two dogs, but I only have one that likes to come in here with me, and like I always just have like a blanket set up for him in here, and then
Oh.
but there would be like once in a while where he would just like look out towards like the like I wouldn't say, I guess like the further part of the garage that I record in, and he would just start barking for no reason, but like looking down that direction, like, do you see anything? Like, is someone there?
Yeah. I actually never had any of my pets do that. I never had to experience that.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why he did it. Maybe he is seeing something, maybe not. Maybe he's like mistaking something else that he's seeing for something else. I don't know.
He's just secretly looking at like those little like how the lights, how some cats go after the lights, the shadow lights type thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, glares. He's just secretly looking at that, creeping you out for no reason.
You know how their hearing is
Please don't
freaking
freak him
amazing?
out.
You know how the dogs have good hearing? Sometimes they can hear stuff we can't. Maybe at the distance they can hear it.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, Tox does that sometimes when he's laying down on the
Yeah.
bed, and he can hear a car miles away.
Yeah, I know. One time, like, I let out a little toot, and he looked at me, and I was like, "Listen, it was just a little poof." He heard it though.
Yeah.
Hide
I
anything
heard
from
you,
him.
Yeah, I don't.
What about Campbell? He was gonna tell me about his dreams.
Yeah.
So this
You
was
said
when
that
I
you
was
have-
younger. I had a dream about this. It was all right. It's a weird setup. So I'm in this mall. I'm with a kid. I'm running from, as I recall, Frankenstein.
Okay.
We get into a bathroom, and it's a weird bathroom because it has a door, but also has this stairway going up.
Hmm.
You're in
So
the
it's-
pathway to heaven.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you got door, bathroom, and on the other side of the wall is just stairway that you could go up.
Huh.
Interesting.
I would never see a bathroom built like that because it's so weird.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Frankenstein turns out to be one of the Ghostbusters in disguise. Then one of the Resident Evil dogs show up from the stairway. He comes down, and that turns out to be the second in command from Star Trek.
Jesus.
What the
That's a
fuck?
weird thing.
Yeah, but I had this dream twice.
What's it mean?
The fuck?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That was really weird. Have dreams ever like predicted the future for you guys?
Yes, I've had several like premonition dreams because I had a dream and then shit like it would happen 20 years later or something like that.
Yes.
Like I've seen this before.
Deja vu.
Like,
Yeah.
but like it happens to me where the dreams kind of see it as a worst case scenario kind of thing, but in retrospect, when it actually happens in real life, it's not as bad. One that I'll never forget was I had a dream a long time ago where I was just like at the top of a building and I just happened to see like tornadoes going on in the city and I was like freaking the fuck out like I was gonna die. And then I wake up. And then like some years later, during Christmas, one of my dad's friends invites us to a Christmas party downtown in a like at one of the hotels downtown where the where the dance hall in a way where they hold parties is at the top floor. And so like I think nothing of it at first. So I'm like, yeah, I want to go to a Christmas party. Why not? And then when we get there, I just like look around the area. I'm just like, huh, seems kind of familiar. And then like as it gets a little bit darker, like the night falls, like I'm just seeing the lights of the buildings and stuff. I'm like, oh fuck. And like I just like run to the window. I'm just like, huh, no tornado. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. But it was like the exact same area. I'm just like, what the fuck?
What?
This isn't scary, but a dream that I have a lot is that when let's say okay, let me start over because I'm starting to stutter. A dream that I have a lot is that I'll forget that I applied to take these classes but the teacher never drops me. So I end up getting an F in that class, and I'm like, it's a nightmare. That's the worst dream ever.
Wow. You know, I pray to God like stuff like that doesn't actually like
Right.
fully like represent what's gonna happen, because
Yeah.
oh my
I-
God.
I had one of those that pretty much showed what would happen.
Oh,
This.
That was since I was small. I used to dream every time around my birthday the same thing. It's you can cut this out if you want, because like again, stabbing thing. But I dreamt every year around I would stab.
you were cutting off, so I guess that's the forces saying. all I heard
No,
was
she had a dream that she would getting stabbed.
Yeah,
heard that.
every year.
oh shit.
Oof. Damn, that is.
It's pretty bad.
Well, when something traumatizing happens to you, I believe you dream about it a lot, because when I was like in middle school, I had fainted in my middle school like reading class, which was like super embarrassing. But ever since then, like I have dreams that like I'll faint in like public areas. That's like a real big phobia of mine.
Oof.
Yeah, but my dream occurred. It fuck. It stopped like when I was around 18.
Oh, it happened
The dream-
before.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
It happened really pretty often, like 1 week before my birthday, and then it would abruptly stop at my birthday. The dream wouldn't occur, but each time before as a build-up.
Huh.
Oof.
That's fucked.
Right.
Yeah, I get that a lot. My family has a lot of fucked up stuff going on, and I'm like in the middle of this, and I think I don't want this shit. Please take this.
Here, hold
Damn.
this.
I don't want no dragons. Keep your dragons.
Please.
It's so hot in the bathroom.
Oh,
Well,
what?
What?
do you want to start closing up here?
Yeah, we've been doing this
Yes,
for
well.
about an hour. Have you
Yes.
guys had your fill? You guys have anything else that you think of before we end it here?
No, I got everything out.
Alrighty. Well, I
Got a
guess
I
few more,
love
but
you
might be
all.
able to save it for next year.
yeah, or we could always just have another podcast whenever we all have time again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
good.
it was fun.
Yeah, because we're during this recording. It's like the day before Halloween, but normally the schedule where I upload the podcast it's always on the weekends. So like this is gonna be like the weekend after. So
Late Halloween.
yeah, like it's always
Look,
there's always
you need that after Halloween scare.
right.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There,
Yeah.
every
makes sense.
Halloween never ends.
Every
Right?
time-
Scares never stop.
yeah, every time is a good time to get a little scare. You know. It's good. It could be good sometimes. I always watch scary stuff, even before Halloween or after. It doesn't
I
matter.
always watch scary stuff. Me and
But
Tasha always watching scary crap.
yeah. But yeah, I believe that about ends it for this episode of the Randomizers podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed. And please don't forget to check out all
Demonetized.
Demonetized.
Unsubbed.
Please don't forget to check out all my friends in the description. And we all do good stuff and all that. And we'll see you all in the next episode of the podcast, everyone. So I hope you all have a good day, good night, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.